Welcome back to the FanSpeak Network and our third installment of Best Ball Jeopardy. That's right. We are doing Best Ball Jeopardy almost every Wednesday night, bringing to you a full Best Ball Jeopardy tournament style of your favorite content creators. Tonight, I have Chris, the Candyman from Fantasy Football Garage. I have Hartman, and they are playing each other to move on. I promise by next week, we will have like the whole bracket laid out so everybody can see the method to our madness of all this. But be sure to, of course, as you're coming in, hit the like button. We appreciate it. Make sure you're subscribed to the FanSpeak Network, but also make sure you're following these two great best ball content creators. Their links are in the description of the show, to their Twitter, to their YouTube. I'm sure if you're watching this show, you're probably already following these guys. But if you're not, for some crazy reason, be sure you're subscribed to both their channels. Let me say hi to both of you guys. Candyman, Fantasy Football Garage. We get 2 shows in 1 week. I have you on Friends of Best Ball this Friday. How are you feeling? What's your confidence level for tonight?
Thanks for having me. I'm feeling great, better than ever. Excited to be here.
I love it. I love it. And you too, I believe, are doing a show on your channel right after this, correct?
Just some casual best ball drafting. Nothing crazy.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's like appointment viewing. We got one show after another. That's the great thing about the best ball community. So right after this, Hartman will be joining Candyman. Be sure to check that out. Hartman, how are you feeling about tonight and your Best Ball Jeopardy chances against your, co-host tonight?
Oh, well, I know Candy, we've been ribbing each other a little, but I know he's stiff competition. So I think I'll do pretty good, but I think he'll do pretty good too. So I think it'll be a good battle.
Okay.
Yeah, but real excited to be on. Yeah, should be real fun.
Well, we're excited to have you. I'll get to the chat in a minute, but next is the intro, and then our host, Justin Alex Trebek Bruni, will be joining you in just 1 minute.
This is Jeopardy! And now, here is the host of Jeopardy!
Justin Bruni, welcome into Best Ball Jeopardy. Excited to have you all here this evening. We've got a great matchup on deck, as Megan introduced. We've got the Candyman, we've got the Hartman, ready to go head-to-head in some Best Ball Jeopardy. Gentlemen, are you familiar with the rules? Any questions before we get started here?
I'm
no.
familiar.
Yeah.
Everybody's on board. Okay, so we're going right to the coin toss here. Heads, tails, anyone want to just go ahead and give the other one the right away, or do we need a Rochambeau here?
You can go for it.
Let's hear it, man.
I will call tails.
Calling tails. We've got heads. Hartman, the board is yours. Just a reminder to the chat, players cannot lose on a missed question. The counterpart can try to steal. They can only lose money on the double Jeopardy. All right. And we are keeping the highest scoring losers still available for a comeback bracket. So even if there's a great deal of separation here, boys, be sure to keep yourself in the fight. You're not out of it. All right. Even if, one of you starts blowing out the other, you can still keep yourselves in it. So don't get down yourself. Stay high, stay fly. Let's smash the like button. Let's share the video. Let's follow FanSpeak Network. Let's dive in. Hartman, the board is yours.
I'll start with bi-week math for 200.
Bi-week math for 200. Oh, we need to turn off the pen. That's not good. There we go. Ruh-roh. The Bears plus the Falcons plus the Steelers.
15.
That is correct. 200 to Hartman. Let me make sure this board's not being silly here. Give me 1 second. Only took 3 episodes for a technical error on the board, so pretty good average. I like it. 200 to Hartman. The board is yours, sir.
I'll actually go name that stack for 200.
Name that stack for 200. 200. He's spreading out. Let's go here. We've got the QB 9 and wide receiver 27 combo. That's their current ranking. QB 7 from last season and the wide receiver 13 in 2024. Their tight end 1 ranking on their roster is tight end 9, and their running back 1 is RB 17. Name that stack. Quarterback, wide receiver.
maybe 9. Is it Mahomes and Rashee Rice?
That is incorrect. Candyman for 200 to steal.
Is it Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans?
That is incorrect. This is Bo Nix and Cortland Sutton. We had one in the chat with the correct answer there. Nick Bocklage, appreciate you. Candyman, the board is yours.
Let's see. I'll do bi-week math for 1,000.
Bi-week math for 1,000. He's going all in here. He knows his multiplication. We've got the Packers multiplied by the Bengals, multiplied by the Lions, divided by the Dolphins plus the Seahawks. I need a whole number here. No fraction, whole number.
Okay.
You stepped in it. He's got the head pacing of like Rain Man right now. He's just like working it all out. I can see like all the equations like buzzing over his head.
The answer is 20.
That is correct. That is correct. You've got, what is it? 400 over 20. 400 divided by 20 equals 20. Well done, sir. Well done. The bye weeks, if anyone's interested, Packers, week 5, Bengals, week 10, Lions, week 8, Dolphins, week 12, and the Seahawks, week 8. Candyman's got them locked down. 1,000 to 200. Candyman, the board is yours.
Bi-week math, 800.
Bi-week math, 800. He knows his category. By the way, no one in the chat had that correct either. No, the chat is like stunned, Candyman. We've got the Commanders multiplied by the Broncos, multiplied by the Raiders.
Jesus. Multiplied.
Multiply.
Do I get to use? Okay, let me work this one out. This is going to take a minute. Okay.
Concentration, focus is there. $1,152. That is correct. Holy. 1,800 to the Candyman. Yes. Blowing up here on bi-week math.
I will take bi-week math for 600.
You'll take, what was it?
Sorry, bi-week math for 600.
Okay, I don't know if I glitched out or you did. We've got the Houston Texans to the third power.
Houston Texans to the third power would be Houston Texans to the third power. $216.
That is correct. That is correct. Again, Candyman rolling in bi-week math. Known as numbers, known as bi-weeks. And multiplication helps. You want to clear the category?
I will take bi-week math for 400.
We've got the Rams multiplied by the Cowboys.
What is 80?
That is correct.
80. Yes.
We'll have to move somewhere off the board here. Meg, can we get a score update after that run here? Candyman's what we call on fire.
Yes, we now have 2,800 to 200. Still plenty of time to go, but that was very impressive, Candyman. I have to say, very
Thank you.
impressive.
The board is yours, sir.
Impressed as well.
I think we'll do everything week 17 for 200.
Everything week 17 for 200. Who do the Bills play week 17?
The Bills play who are the Philadelphia Eagles?
That is correct for 200.
Yes.
Candyman, board is yours.
Everything week 17 for 400.
Who do the Saints play week 17? Who is the home team?
Sure. It is who are the Tennessee Titans, the home team?
That is correct. Rolling along here. Keep it going.
Everything week 17 for 600.
Who was the highest scoring fantasy player week 17 in 2024?
Player who is Jamar Chase?
That is incorrect. Hartman to steal.
Who is T. Higgins?
That is incorrect. It was Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow. That's
Joe
between
Burrow.
the two.
Very close. Very close, both
Darn.
of them. Hartman, the board is back to you, sir.
I'll go BBM 6 ADP stocks for 1,000.
For 1,000. Here we go. Getting back in the race here. All right, we've got a rookie running back. He's down 4.8 spots in the last 7 days. Currently, RB60, pick 194. I'm the RB2, ? Talk about the tiger and his tail. Name that rookie RB.
Dylan Sampson.
That is incorrect. Candyman to steal.
So clarification, down 4.8 is the bad direction.
Down is bad.
Okay. Tiger and his tail. Ugh. Who is Ollie Gordon?
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Devin Neal. Down 4.8 spots last 7 days. Not really sure who the running back 2 is for the Saints, but Devin Neal is per ADP on Underdog. Talk about the tail on his tiger is a line from the Kansas fight song. Kansas
Rock Chalk.
Back to Candyman.
Let's do everything week 17 for 800.
Everything week 17 for 800. Team A had the most interceptions in 2024. That's interceptions thrown. These teams are in the same division. And Team B has the 4th most rush attempts last season. Name this matchup week 17. For all the chirping on Twitter, you guys have been awfully quiet tonight, I must say.
Most interceptions in 2024. Okay, the most interceptions. God, that should be more obvious, but
Is it?
the Buccaneers and the Dolphins.
That is incorrect. Hartman to steal.
The Jets and the Patriots.
That is incorrect. We did have a correct answer in the chat from Sean Mitchell. It is Pittsburgh and Cleveland, that matchup. Cleveland with the most interceptions and the Steelers with the fourth most rush attempts in 2024. Board is back to Hartman.
Yeah. I'll go name that stack for 400.
Name that stack for 400. All right, we've got the QB 15 and the wide receiver 54. This quarterback finished QB 12 last season. The wide receiver is a rookie, and the RB1 on this team is ranked RB 15. Best Ball Mania 6.
Um, is it?
What do we think?
Is it? I'll go with I mean, is it Justin Herbert? It's not Justin Herbert, Loud McConkey. It's not, or Justin Herbert, Trey Harris. But
What's your final answer?
Justin Herbert, Trey Harris.
That is correct. That is correct.
Okay, I was
Wasn't
getting
gonna
mixed
snipe
up. I
right
thought it
after you
had to be the
said McConkey.
primary.
Yeah, I was like, I wasn't gonna snipe you. Like, you're fucking wrong. But just I waited it out there because I could feel the engine rolling. I could see the lights were on.
Yeah, I get it. I thought it had to be the first receiver. It was
tough.
Hartman, board is yours, sir.
Name that stack 600.
Name that stack for 6. We've got the current QB 22 and the tight end 6. Their RB1 ranks RB7, and their wide receiver ranks wide receiver 15. Name that stack. Quarterback and tight end.
Is it Jonnu and Tua?
Jonnu and Tua. That is correct. Another 600 for Hartman. The board is yours.
Name that stack 800.
Name that stack for 800. Hartman has found his category. We've got the RB9, the QB7, the wide receiver 65. This stack plays Atlanta week 15. Name that stack. We've got running back, quarterback, receiver.
Okay. Is it Bucky, Baker, and Amika?
That is incorrect to Candyman.
And that number 65 is the ADP. Is that correct?
That is their ranking. So they're wide receiver 65. Like, Josh Allen is quarterback 1. This is wide receiver 65.
And did you say that's just a wide receiver, but it's not the first wide receiver?
It is the wide receiver 65.
Okay. So that's just a piece of intel for this QB.
There's no reference to any depth chart here.
Right. Uh 65.
Coming up on time.
Is it Brees Hall, Justin Fields, and Alan Lazard?
That is incorrect. Hartman was very close. You have to swap Igbuka and Jalen McMillan. So you had Bucky, you had Baker, you had Jalen McMillan.
Couldn't remember McMillan.
Yep, we had DC Hawkeye. He had it correct. That's back-to-back for him. Hawkeye in the chat, heating up. Love to see it. Candyman, the board is back to you, sir.
Let's do rookie QBs, the dynasty for 200.
Rookie QBs, the dynasty for 200. On the left here, we have the rankings for his starters. So his RB1, his RB20, his wide receiver 1, his wide receiver 36, his wide receiver 2, his wide receiver 56, and his tight end is tight end 30. This rookie had a next-gen score of 68. They're currently the QB1 on their roster, and they ran a 4.63 40-yard dash. Name that rookie QB.
This is the current rookie.
Current rookie.
Current rookie QB. And they're currently the QB1 on their own roster?
That is correct.
Who is Tyler Shuck?
That is correct. I still don't know how to pronounce his last name, so I'm just going to assume we're talking about the same person.
Yeah,
that's
the tall old guy from Louisville.
Yeah, that one. Next, Brandon Whedon. All right, Candyman.
Rookie QB is the dynasty for 400.
Rookie QB's the dynasty for 400. All right, this quarterback threw 4,313 passing yards in their third year, 39 touchdowns, 3,736 passing yards their third year, 25 passing touchdowns, 32 passing yards in their first year, 23 passing touchdowns. Collegiate total, 11,281 passing yards, 87 passing touchdowns. Name that rookie QB.
Who is Shedeur Sanders?
That is incorrect. Hartman to steal.
Who is Dylan Gabriel?
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Cam Ward, Tennessee Titans. Dude put up some numbers. Hartman, the board is back to you, sir.
Let's go BBM6 ADP stocks for 200.
200 BBM6 ADP stocks. We've got a backup running back up 8.8 spots in the last 7 days. This will be his sophomore season. Rookie year, he had 71 touches, 257 total yards. His RB1 partner is RB7, pick 18. Name that backup running back.
Jalen Wright.
That is correct. That is correct. Oof. For 400. We also have a request in the chat for a score update. Meg, can we get that?
Of course. It is now 3,600. Candyman, Hartman, 1,600. And while I'm here, may I say, if you're watching on YouTube, I would say 90% is watching on YouTube. Come over and join us. Or excuse me, if you're watching on Twitter, come over and join us on YouTube. The people in the chat are having a good time. Come join us on YouTube. Hit that like button. Roast these guys. Answer the questions. All the good things. We appreciate it. Good luck, guys.
All right, Hartman, board is back to you, sir.
Did we do the BBM 6 400 question?
We did. That was Jalen Wright.
Oh, okay. 600 then for BBM 6 ADP stocks.
Yep, for 600. We've got a rookie running back. Ran a 4.42 40-yard dash, down 4.9 spots in the last 7 days. Currently ranked RB58, coming off the board, pick 192. His RB1 is RB24, and their ADP is pick 74. Rookie out of University of Tennessee.
Oh, this one's Dylan Sampson.
This one is Dylan Sampson. That is correct. Couple of correct answers from the chat as well. Love to see it. Love to see it. Hartman, back to the board.
BBM 6 ADP stocks for 800.
Stocks for 800. We've got a 30-year receiver up 3.4 spots in the last 7 days. Currently wide receiver 63, coming off the board, pick 145. Finished last year as wide receiver 37. recorded 55 catches, 711 receiving yards, and 8 touchdowns last year. Name that third-year receiver.
Would it be I don't think it's right. Alec Pierce.
That is incorrect. Candyman to steal.
ADP 145. Who is Quentin Johnston?
That is correct. Candyman bounces back.
Yes.
And the board is back to you, sir.
I'll take Azar Best Ball for 200.
Azar Best Ball. That's at random Best Ball. We've got the wide receiver 15, recorded 81 catches last year, 959 receiving yards, and 6 receiving touchdowns. Wide receiver 21 last season, 6 touchdowns. Wide receiver 2 in 2023, 13 total touchdowns. Name that receiver.
He was the overall wide receiver 2 in 2023.
That is correct.
The wide receiver 15, who was a wide receiver 2 in 2023.
The chat says this one's too easy.
Sure.
That's what they say.
It should be. Let me think about that for a second. Wide receiver 15.
Just look at Hartman's board.
Who is? Yeah, right. I forgot he still had that up. 15. Who is Tyreek Hill?
That is correct. It took you a minute, but you got
I was between him and Devontae Adams, but I just couldn't remember how Devontae
Tyreek
did
Hill.
last season.
Back to you, Candyman.
I'll do rookie QBs the dynasty for 600.
Rookie QBs the dynasty for 6. All right. This quarterback's wide receiver 1 ranks wide receiver 18. His RB1 ranks running back 19. Receiver 2 ranks wide receiver 48, and the running back 2 ranks RB 36. This rookie QB had a next gen score of 81. Pretty good. QB2 on his roster, not the starter, 78 total TDs in college. Name that rookie quarterback.
His first wide receiver is wide receiver 18. He's the QB2.
What do we think?
Who is Will Howard?
That is incorrect to Hartman to steal.
Is it wait, no, Quinn Ewers?
That is incorrect. We had some correct answers in the chat. That is Jalen Milroe. Jalen Milroe.
Oh, JS.
That makes sense. Yep.
Yeah.
Hartman, the board is yours, sir.
Let's go. Name that stack for 1,000.
Name that stack for 1,000. Wide receiver 17, wide receiver 21, running back 30. This stack plays the Titans week 16. Name that stack.
Is it Rice Worthy Pacheco?
Who is wide receiver 17 and who is wide receiver 21?
Rice is 17. Worthy's 21.
That is correct. Correct answer. 4,000. Well done. Board is back to you, sir.
I'll go everything week 17 for 1,000.
Everything week 17 for 1,000. The highest scoring week 17 tight end in 2024 will play what team in week 17 in 2025?
The Titans.
That is incorrect.
Who are the New York Giants?
That is incorrect. The answer is Trey McBride, and Trey McBride plays the Bengals in week 17. Candyman, the board is back to you.
I'll do rookie QBs, the dynasty for 1,000.
Rookie QBs, the dynasty for 1,000. We have the daily double, which means we are going to go back to the board. You have the opportunity to double your total right now, or you will lose however much you bet or win. Meg, can we get a quick score update so Candyman knows how much she has to wager?
Of course. 4,600 for Candyman, 3,200 for Hartman.
Very good. Very good. You said, I think she said 4,600.
4,600.
Yep.
Yeah, 46.
4,600. So you can bet up to 4,600, Candyman. But again, you missed this next question. You can lose the same amount that you bet. What do we want to do here?
I will bet 0.
Going to bet 0, keeping the board clean. Some may say it's cowardly. I'm not going to do it. I don't judge people. I don't judge people.
That's soft.
You know,
Soft.
hey, it might be Hartman, but you know, it's easier said than done in the leader seat. Candyman, the board is yours.
So then it's to pick another question.
Yeah, you still have to pick
I'll
another
do
question.
Azar Best Ball for 400.
Okay, very good. We've got
Strategy.
RB 27, 959 rushing yards last year, 6 rushing touchdowns, 42 receptions, 386 receiving yards. Prior season, RB 19. The season before that, RB 23, RB 22, and then RB 19. So was RB 27 right now.
Going as RB 27.
Last year, RB 19, and then so on and so on. RB 23, RB 22, RB 19. Those are his last 4 years finishers at running back. We have some incorrect answers in the chat. We have one correct answer in the chat.
It's between two players here. Who is? How many games did he play?
How many games did he play? He says. All coming.
And those are his last 4 seasons, right? So this is okay.
Dang.
Who is Alvin Kamara?
That is incorrect. Hartman to steal.
Aaron Jones.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is DeAndre Swift, Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
Did have one
between
correct
Swift
answer.
and Jones.
Actually, someone snuck in with another one. LaMichael Coltrane. Yep, there you go, Meg. Appreciate that. Hartman, board is to you, sir.
I'll go Azar Best Ball for 600.
Oh, sorry. I was sorry. Wrong page. Getting a little out of hand. QB 17, pick 130. QB 17 last season. QB 5 the season prior. His wide receiver 1 ranks wide receiver 43, and his tight end ranks tight end 13. So coming off the board is QB 17, finished as QB 17 last year, but in 2023 finished as QB 5.
This would be Is it Jordan Love?
That is correct for 600. Had a couple of or just one correct answer. DC Hawkeye lightening up the chat with the correct answers here. Was it? Go ahead.
Can I jump in with the score? I just want to double check. So Hartman got the 400 Swift beforehand, correct? I just want to make sure
No one got it.
No one got it.
No one got Swift.
Okay. Then sorry about that. Then so that one was 600. Then it's 3,800 Hartman, 4,600 Candyman.
Another close one.
It's a good thing I asked.
Last 3 questions. You love to see it. Love the competition. Love a good battle. Hartman, board is yours.
I'll go Azar Best Ball for 800.
Azar Best Ball for 8. We've got an RB committee. We've got RB 28 and RB 32. Last year, this offense ranked 19th in rushing yards. The tight end on this roster ranks tight end 5. Name that RB committee.
Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason.
That is correct. Which is which?
Aaron Jones first.
Yeah, there you go.
28 is Aaron Jones.
Yep, you got it. I should have asked it before that, but again, board is yours, sir. Coming down to it.
Azar Best Ball 1,000.
That was our best ball 1,000. We've got a tight end tandem. We've got tight end 20 plus tight end 39. The offense ranked 9th in passing touchdowns in 2024, and the offense ranked 3rd in rushing yards in 2024. Name that tight end tandem.
Then 20 and 39. Difference, right? 3rd in rushing yards. Is it? No, wait, no. Be later than that. Be like. Uh, 10, 20.
Let's hear it.
I'll go Tucker Kraft and Luke Musgrave. That's not right.
That is incorrect. Candyman to steal.
So tight end 39. That means they're getting drafted.
It means they're tight end 39.
Tight end 39, because there's not 39 drafted tight ends, but that means they get drafted sometimes. I'll just take a guess. Who is Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox?
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Zach Ertz and Ben Sinnott. Ben Sinnott, big board darling last year. Not to be. Candyman, the board is back to you.
Can I get a score update for this final question?
I think we're tied.
They are indeed tied at 40.
Wow.
The chat is on it. They are indeed tied at 4,600. Broody, do we have a backup plan in case this question is not answered?
We don't.
No pressure. Then I'll just finish it here.
Let's see what we got. Rookie quarterback, the dynasty. We've got a next-gen score of 74, 109 total TDs in college. His wide receiver 1 is wide receiver 28. His running back 1, is running back 25. Wide receiver 2 is wide receiver 34. And his tight end 1 is tight end 21. Name that rookie QB. For the win.
Who is Will Howard?
For the win, that is correct. Very good matchup, gentlemen. Very good matchup. I believe Hartman has fronted himself at the top of the loser bracket. It's not a bad place to be. Doesn't mean you're going anywhere, potentially. But that is, I believe, our next highest low.
Yeah,
low score.
I have to go through, but yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Hartman crushed it and is definitely putting himself to get back into this tournament. And wow, Candyman at the buzzer. That was exciting, as the chat said, just absolute nail biter finish. So yeah, absolutely. People were sweating in chat. No, it was truly fun, guys. I cannot believe that came down to the very last question. Candyman, you won. You're moving on. How do you feel? Aaron Andrews post-game interview.
I'm just relieved. I had guessed Will Howard before, and I thought he'd come up again. There's only so many rookies, and so I just got lucky. I mean, it easily could have gone Hartman's way on that one. He put up a good fight.
He very much did. Hartman, you are putting yourself to get back in this tournament with an amazing score coming down to the wire. How do you feel about this game? And how do you feel about doing a show right after this with Candyman?
I mean, wish I would have won, but I think at least I did okay. I knew Candyman was definitely going to be a tough draw to get, so at least I started out kind of rocky. I'm glad I did okay at the end, so I didn't embarrass myself at least.
You did not. You did an amazing job.
Because a lot of the misses, you guys also had this like the same misses. Like you rocked your categories. Candyman was rocking the bye-week math, Hartman with the stacks. But oddly enough, there would be like some dual misses. So that was interesting. It was a lot of shared knowledge, I felt like.
Yeah, and I have to say to DC Hawkeye in chat, first time tuning in, he was crushing it in chat.
He was.
There were some people that were really doing well in chat, DC Hawkeye being one of them. So we appreciate everybody joining us in chat. This has been fun. I think we'll have a fun one next week with, I think, don't hold me to it yet, to be confirmed, Evo Cowboy versus PPR Tyler. We will get that confirmed. But no, this has been fun. You guys were amazing. Stay tuned for, next matchups in the next round. But yeah, both of you tell us where we can find you guys. I know we mentioned links are in the description, but Candyman, tell them what you got going on the channel.
Sure. So just streaming best ball drafts practically every day, just as much as I can. My YouTube channel is the Fantasy Football Garage, and you can find me on Twitter at FFB Garage. And yeah, just going to be streaming best ball drafts all best ball summer, enjoying it, hanging out with the chat, all that good stuff. And thanks for having me on. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, you're crushing it on your channel. It's like you said, like every night is amazing. Hartman will be on with you tonight. Hartman, tell us what you got going on your channel. And you're on a lot of guest shows, which is awesome too. So talk about what you've got going on.
So my channel is just Hartman Fantasy Football, and I'm gonna ramp it up a little bit. But right now, just Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, kind of midday, I'm doing. And yeah, I'll be on with Candyman right after this. Congratulations to Candyman. Thank you guys for having me on. It was really fun.
I love it. Again, link in the description for these guys' channels. Also, check out our best ball subscription. Steve's releasing a Superflex article tomorrow. He was in 3 Superflex finals, so that's a good one to read, I'd say. Both these guys are subscribers. You should too. Link is in the description for that as well. Hit the like button on the way out. Make sure you're subbed to the FanSpeak Network. Bruni, you can get us out of here.
Yep. Take care. Be well. Be good, everybody. If you can't be good at it. We'll see you.